Welcome everyone to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. My name is Tom Poland, joined today by Annette Ferguson. Annette, g'day from down under. A very warm welcome. Whereabouts are you based?
I am based in Scotland in the UK. I'm about 20 miles south of Edinburgh, and thank you for having me on today, Tom.
Only 30 wee clicks from the Fringe Festival then.
Not far at all. Not
Yes,
far at all. Just a short journey.
Folks, if you haven't been there, it's one thing that should go on your bucket list. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It's amazing. And it's just next door to there in Scotland. For those of you who haven't met Annette before, she's a firm believer in shaking up the accounting industry and practicing what she preaches in terms of putting profit first. She loves working with forward-thinking business owners who are passionate about their businesses and their profit. And that leads us nicely, Annette, to the title today, which is How to Make Profit First in Your Business. Our 7 minutes is going to start now. Question number one is, who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is a business owner that is making at least 100K in their business, and they're typically running a service-based business.
Service-based business, 100K or more. Thank you very much. Question two, how would you define the problem you solve for them?
Basically, we help people take home more money from their business, ultimately, and make sure they have money set aside for tax so there's no nasty surprises.
Oh, that little nightmare. Right. And so tell us question three, 6.5 minutes left. So doing well for time. How does someone know that they should be talking to you about profit first? What's going on in their business all their life where they think, my gosh, I've got these symptoms that Annette's just described?
Yeah, so what typically happens is every time you get paid by a customer or client, it seems like you have another bill going out the door. It feels like every time money comes in, it disappears back out, and you're basically living off the financial scraps of your business.
Right. Do you find that a lot of your clients, before they meet you, are sort of, check account management clients? Oh, there's money in the account, let's spend some?
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly it. It's living paycheck to paycheck proverbially in their business. It is absolutely that. It's looking at the bank balance and thinking, oh, I've got some money today, I'll buy this thing.
Right. And always seem to be running short of cash and not even wanting to log into their bank account for fear of what they might see. So thank you for that. So 5.5 minutes left. We're talking about purely entrepreneurial people here. They're growth orientated. They've got some success already. They want some more, of course. Margins are probably tight, cash not being managed and so on. But they're not silly people. They're going to be trying things to grow. So question four is, what are some of the common mistakes that you see people making before they become clients of yours?
Yeah, well, the thing is that they are exactly those people. They are the people who are driving revenue. And when you're driving revenue, sometimes you take an eye off the costs. And so what we see is that people are focusing on revenue, and sometimes at all costs, and neglecting themselves, neglecting their costs in their business.
Right. Do you find a lot of the people before they become clients of yours get very excited about sales but don't really understand profit?
100%.
Yeah, I think
that's exactly it.
It's often the sign of an entrepreneur. You say, how's business? They go, oh, great. What does that look like? Well, sales are up. What else?
Exactly. And they forget that actually, the vast majority of people go into business to make money for themselves. Let's call a spade with that.
Shock. Thank you for that. 4.5 minutes left. What I'm after with question 5 is one valuable free action, like a top tip. It's not going to solve the whole cash problem or profit issue or challenge, but it might take them a step in the right direction.
Yeah, so what I recommend to people is to gather together all your business, bank, and credit card statements, ideally for the last year, and to go through them line by line by line, asking yourselves 2 questions. The first question is this 100% necessary to keep the proverbial lights on in my business?
Right.
And the second question is this cost delivering me a positive return in terms of money or time? And if the answer is not yes to either of those questions, then the question I have back is, what is the purpose of that expense? And typically it's what I call a money leak in your business, and it needs to be looked at.
Right. And perhaps it shouldn't be reappearing on those statements. Great action exercise. Thank you. 3.5 minutes left. We're after some more valuable resources that we could direct folks to that's going to help them even more.
Yeah, excellent. So what we've been speaking about today just touches the fringes on a cash management system called Profit First. Profit First is a book by Mike Michalowicz. And I have the core chapters in PDF to give people that are listening to the show today.
Nice. And so where would they go to grab that? I know
they can go to annetteandco.co.uk/PF book, standing for Profit First.
Profit First book. So Annette, it's ANNETTE and co.
ANDCO.co.uk. Yeah.
/PF for Profit First book. Perfect. Thank you very much. 2.5 minutes left, Annette. And one more question. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
So I think the one question probably is, can all businesses implement the teachings of Profit First? And the short answer is yes. However, you do have to be revenue generating in order to implement it, because Profit First is all about managing the cash that's coming into your business in a way that is going to give you more profit and save for tax and all those kinds of things. And if you have no revenue coming in, there's no cash to manage.
Right.
So that's the only one caveat with Profit First, is if you are pre-revenue generating, then Profit First is not for you. But if you are generating revenue, then it is a great system that has made lots of people lots more profit and take home in their business.
So really, people they don't have to work harder.
No, definitely not.
And they may not even need to do any more marketing, but they can still have money left over in the bank account every month. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Annette Ferguson, thank you so much for your time and your insights.
Tom, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.